This reading is for the sign of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, if you have a personal placement within this sign of your birth chart, be it your sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, this reading can provide clarity for you. Also, your North Node, if it is in the sign of Sagittarius, then this reading may resonate for you in the month of May. Out, Four of Swords in the reverse. So Sagittarius, first of all, coming into the month of May, you are in a recovery mode. There may have been a Three of Swords event in your life during a time that has been very busy for you and any of the others that you are in connection with. And there may have been an ending, or what appears to be an ending at this time in May, but it may not be over. So hold tight. In the recent past, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So King of Wands is a really nice energy. So connected to this time in May, you are coming out of a time where you were having trouble with maybe feeling enthusiasm for what you really wanted, for creating what you envisioned for yourself. Maybe you're having trouble with that vision and accomplishing goals to fit what felt right for you. So bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So overall feeling for this read and the energy that everything seems to be leading up to, we have the Emperor. It's a good energy of having a handle on all of life's affairs and having all areas of life under control and in order. So a nice energy to be leading to. So let's take a look though at the month of May and how things are laid out at the moment. Again, Four of Swords, you're attempting to heal from maybe a situation that was a very busy one, where normally the King of Wands feels desire to be an entrepreneur, to put his plans into place and see the results of that and to feel satisfaction from those results. But here you had trouble in the past with this energy. So you may have had some idea of what you wanted out of life, out of a specific situation, but it didn't come together well. It wasn't, maybe either the vision wasn't complete or it resulted in something that hurt you, because we have the Four of Swords. Like I said, this is coming after the Three of Swords, and this is also in the reverse. So you're having a hard time healing from whatever went on, and it may have been a lot because we have the Two of Coins. So it shows that you were very busy during this time. A lot was going on that you were trying to handle, that you were trying to balance, and others along with you were dealing with a lot in the recent past. Energy is connected to this time in May. We have the Knight of Swords for the past energy of someone you were connected with, or the other group of people that you've been connected with. This Knight of Swords energy is seeking the truth in a very focused and sometimes overly sharp way, a difficult energy to deal with. It's something that comes in very quickly and is not good at seeing other elements that are at play. It's very decisive, but it can also be rash. It's in the upright, so negativity around this may not be bad in this situation, but it looks like at least you were dealing with someone in the past closely who was someone who was a seeker of truth and was not really seeking much more than to clarify matters in a very concrete, matter-of-fact kind of way. We see that then, sorry, that's King of Swords. That's the King of Swords. Okay, so this energy would have been a lot more controlled. King of Swords. King of Swords is level-headed. The King of Swords knows that there's always more to a story than what could appear on the surface. Very head over heart, but it's not a rash kind of energy, so that's pretty good. But it seems though all of this activity and events that maybe were surrounding your interactions with this individual or this group of individuals, maybe in your family or in business, this hasn't gone very well, because we see that this comes down to the Knight of Swords, and it's in the reverse. So all of those things I was saying when I was thinking that this was the Knight of Swords position, that's what seems to be coming up. It's kind of a rash energy that is rushing in to seek the truth, to set matters straight in a very focused and maybe a way that isn't open to more information, to the idea that there's, multiple sides to any story. So this is, and it's in the reverse, so even more of a rash energy there. For you, Sagittarius, if you're dealing with this energy. Now, Four of Swords, what you're leading to is the Hanged Man, and that is coming up in the reverse. Normally the Hanged Man is going to try to see things from a new perspective, will even put himself in an uncomfortable position to see that new perspective and gain that enlightenment. But you're coming up in the reverse, so you're not sacrificing any of your comfort to understand what might be going on. And you have another one, whoever you're dealing with is in a similar energy. For you, it's a major arcana. For them, it's maybe the way they deal with things when they believe an injustice is taking place. So it is no wonder that in the outcome for May, you have the Ten of Swords coming up in the reverse. The Ten of Swords is a painful energy. From this image, we have this female figure with multiple stab wounds that is just feeling all of the pain of, these could be harsh words, these could be actions, could be actions that were very harmful, that could have caused great mental anguish and repeated difficulty. That could have been, this could be a very severe type of situation that's coming up. Although this is in the reverse, so the meaning on that could be that this is something that appears to be, I guess, a situation where there's a lot of pain that you could almost never come back from, right? These look like mortal wounds. The way that these stabs are in this woman's body, it seems like she's only got moments more to live. But here this is in the reverse. So you might be in a situation, Sagittarius, at the end of May, sorry to say, where it may appear that something is over. This relationship may appear to be completely done, with no hope of recovery. However, this is in the reverse, like I said, so there may be hope. We'll get, maybe we'll do some extra clarifiers on that situation. Okay. I'm going to lean towards also this meaning that something isn't completely over, because we have the Emperor, and that's sort of a positive, positive energy to have in the works. But okay, let's get a Lenormand on this Ten of Swords to see maybe a little more clarity on what this means for you, Sagittarius, in the month of May, and this connection that you have here that may relate to financial matters or emotional relationship matters. So any clarity on the Ten of Swords? Clarity on the Ten of Swords in reverse for Sagittarius. Okay, bottom of the deck. We have Heart in the reverse, and that is signifying love, emotions, warmth, relationships. So some sort of lack of emotions, warmth, love in a relationship. Which, okay, Ten of Swords for sure, that's what it could be. And then we have Path, alternative routes, perseverance. So there's another way to go rather than lacking emotions, warmth in the relationship. So see that there are other paths. I think that also gives hope towards whatever this connection is here for you, Sagittarius, in May. And the Emperor is one that would definitely know of new paths to take. Closely behind that we have Death, and that is a good indication for change, turning around a situation that is not life-giving. And then we have the Fool, so some sort of also new venture, although this is in the reverse, so there's some sort of lack of trust there, as well as the Page of Wands in the reverse. So a lot still looks like to work out, but we have that indication of other paths, and that could just mean that there's more here that is open to change. There is an opportunity to seek another path from this Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, but let's get some clarity on this situation if it is one involving financial matters. So 10 of Swords in the reverse for financial matters, which could, okay, very well be what this read is about. At the bottom of the deck, we have competition. Remember that there is no competition if you are truly original. Okay, so don't compare yourself with others. Compare, just be your original self. Okay, and then do you know exactly what you want? And are you acting consistently towards achieving it? Maintain a clear vision of what you are calling forth, and you will be unstoppable. So definitely that's some good advice. There, it's more than maybe giving full clarity on something. To be original and to know exactly what you want. Maintain a clear vision. So that might be also some help towards turning that 10 of Swords around. Let's get an oracle card for potential romance situation here. We know that this outcome has to do in a way with emotions already, and relationships and alternative paths that may be there to bring resolution or to heal, because healing seems like, okay, so bottom of the deck we have incompatible. If you really knew me, you would know that we're not right together. So there's that. That's another path, right, to go and pivot to another. And then we have in love. I'm totally in love with you. So again, there is, it's funny too, because the way that the coloring's coming out, 10 of Swords with the red and the incompatible there, and the blue, like the 2 of Coins. Overall, there is some level of incompatibility here. Obviously, we have Swords coming up in this read, and we have 2 of Coins, which is also kind of a hectic sort of energy, and then there's this I'm totally in love with you. Ideas that aren't aligning. So communication is definitely needed, is what I'm seeing mainly in this read, because there's a lot of thoughts. There's a need for healing. There is definitely a situation where there is hurt and pain and a lot happening here, and a lot of thoughts, some being acted on, others not. Sagittarius, you seem to be in a kind of a paused energy here with all of this that's gone on. And let's get some clarity from this angel number oracle for some advice, because what has come up in this read so far shows that communication is needed, and there has been some, but it seems like it's probably been one-sided and misguided, and there is a lack of action overall in this situation that is just creating more hurt, really. And it's leaving the way open for a lot of misunderstanding, and it's not good. So some kind of, okay, we'll take both of these. Okay, bottom of the deck, 893, trusted universe. Step into the unknown. The universe has an abundance of opportunities for you, but you have to step into the unknown to receive it. Your angels support you and remind you not to let fear hold you back from growth. Stand in front of a mirror and repeat to yourself, I can handle anything that comes my way with confidence and grace. Do this until it feels natural. Sagittarius, that seems like good advice from your angels for you, especially since you are in this hangman energy and in the reverse. This is pretty much telling you to get out of this mode here. And then, okay, 413, financial freedom. Take back your control. There is a need for you to look at your finances and get them in order. Organizing, understanding, and budgeting your money are all actions that create pathways. Oh, pathways. Coming in again here. Pathways to more financial abundance in the future. Reflect on an area of your life that does not support your financial freedom. Spend 20 minutes today digging deeper into this financial predicament you've been ignoring. Okay, so that seems to go to that side of the read. And then we also have 487, imagine. Contemplate what will be. You're invited to use your inherent skills of creation. Your angels ask you to practice visualization. Sit in meditation for 5 minutes and allow yourself to visualize your daily world as if what you want has already happened. Feel your feelings fully. See the colors of this life vividly and allow yourself to wonder at this brand new world. Okay, so if you're dealing with a love matter, you're being encouraged to kind of maybe hang out in this hangman energy, but you'd want to bring that into the upright, and don't stay in this hangman energy too long. But it's saying here, give 5 minutes to it and make it a focus so that you can decide, is this we are incompatible? Is that the path? Or is it, I'm totally in love with you? So imagine that. Take that time to sort that out. And hopefully, Sagittarius, the month of May will come together for you. And sooner than later, you'll come into this Emperor energy by the end of May. All the best to you, Sagittarius.